They realized something before you did. That's why they stuck around. That was the purpose of them being there. However, you may have thought the purpose was different. As soon as you found out, you made moves. Okay? And that is the message that came through to me. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. So you made moves when you realized what was really going on. It was a sad realization, though. It was unfortunate because you know that your energy is pure, and everything that you did for this person, you meant it. You really did. You meant it. It was not fake. It was not a facade. And somehow this person labeled you as a facade when they were the one that was a fraud. Isn't it crazy how that happens in life, where you mean well and you put forth beautiful energy towards certain people in your life, and then that person that you never thought would actually crosses you. They're like the first one to do it. It just brings you to the reality of how cruel people could be. Okay? And also, it's a realization that you have more control over your giving nature than you may realize, or you may have realized before. Now, what you truly recognize is that you were giving so much on a regular basis, and you didn't have any intentions on pulling back that energy, because that's who you truly are. That's your natural way of being, right? But then, slowly but surely, you realize that you were the only one giving. And it was like, wait a minute. Let me just calculate this real quick. And it just happened randomly. It doesn't feel like you necessarily had to be angry about something. However, usually frustration is the catalyst to you recognizing something. Usually something that you don't like needs to happen in order for you to really tune in to yourself and pay more attention. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that one day you were just thinking. You were allowing your thoughts to run wild. And the thought that faced you was the fact that you were giving this person so much of your energy, and they were giving very little. And you're like, wait, that doesn't go right. That doesn't even match. That's not okay. You realize that you were depleting yourself because you are such a strong lover. You love so hard, and you had to recognize that not everybody deserves your love because they don't know how to reciprocate. So what are they doing? What are they really doing in your life? They don't belong there. They're an imposter. They came through with the words, but where was the action? You just talk a lot. Okay? But there's no action. So you began to recognize that pattern in them, and it absolutely turned you off. You became disgusted and repulsed by this person. And you could no longer allow yourself to even try, because you saw that all of the energy that you put into this person, it really didn't get you anywhere. However, it elevated them in some way. What did you do? You cut them off very happily. Happily ever after. Yes. You cut them off. However, you know what? They deserve to be cut off. It wasn't like you were doing it to just be mean or whatever people may say. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with you recognizing what the truth was and aligning yourself with the truth. Because sticking with that person was definitely living a lie. And from this energy, how it's being channeled to me, no, you don't live lies. You don't accept them. It's unacceptable. Like, that person was unacceptable. So your cutoff game became as strong as your love that you gave to them. Now they can't take that. That's too much. How could you go cold like that? How could you completely go from one spectrum to the other? How? Because you love yourself. That's what happens when you love yourself. You don't even care about anything at that point. All you care about is taking your energy back to where it belongs, with you. And you only distribute such energy to those who appreciate and reciprocate. Okay? So yeah, that's how the story ended. So Spirit is just saying, you know what? Your higher self is like, I'm proud of you because you listened to me. You listened to me when I poked at you and I told you, would you look at what you're going through? Would you pay attention? Pay attention to how you feel. Look at how this person is treating you. You think that's okay? That's your higher self talking to you. Like, you better snap out of it. You got a good smack in your face real quick. Not physically, hopefully. But it was a spiritual smack back into reality, because you needed that to wake up. You have fallen asleep for a little bit, but you're not sleeping anymore. You are wide awake. Your mind's eye is wide open. And once that mind's eye is open, it can't be closed. It's like once you learn how to ride a bike, you can't not know how to ride it anymore. It's just the way it is. Okay, so that's it for this message. If you deem this energy as suitable to walk with you on your spiritual journey, drop it down in the comments below. I declare this is an aspect of my love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. To book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyRose.org. And to gain access to additional content, you can hit that join button below the video to do so. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you in the next one.